Hello and welcome. This is my race flow from Friday championship. So this is organized by RCI, and I'm qualified myself to split 7. I'm alone with TSC in this split because Yoshin's qualified himself to split 2, and split 3 is Max and Comfy. So all of the quali was in a wet condition. For our split, we have wet, so not damp or storm or anything, and no flooded. This guy was slower than me. I messed up the braking. This is on my quali lap, and yeah, don't jump there, and also don't spin. So accidentally I killed that guy's fast lap. So yeah, it was a mistake in the quali. We have 10 minutes of qualification in Spa. Definitely not the best thing what you can do, because the pit is super long. So yeah, I started with a mistake and I have only one chance to do a fast lap. So after coming out from the pit, doing a okay-ish lap, nothing happened here. The car felt okay, the setup was good, and I just decided, okay, let's do fast lap. Lots of mistakes happened during the quali, so I was on the fastest as I can do on the wet, but my lap time was okay. I did a 2:29.5 quali lap, and it was okay to have a good position for starting. So this time I braked earlier, corner was okay, and when I crossed in the finish line I qualified myself to P6. So we are at the race start. I'm in P6. The Mercedes is a little bit going fast. The Ferrari next to me had a better start than me, but the Mercedes holding him back, and this small mistake from the Mercedes opened the room for me to overtake him. So for a second I dropped back to P7, but I managed to finish the Androuge and Radeon in P5. And yeah, the next thing what I need to do, I need to catch up the guys in front of me. So based on the practice, I'm faster than 2 of these guys, and 2 other guys are faster than me. The Lexus and the BMW definitely has a good pace. Ferrari managed to do a very strong lap, so he qualified himself to P1. But because it's a wet race, front engine cars had much more advantage against mid engines. And yeah, for the start, from my point of view, it was perfect. I have 3 seconds lead on the guy behind me, and I'm less than 2 seconds behind the guys front of me. So at the moment I'm just checking where they're making mistakes and trying to heat up my tires, checking the tire pressures need to reach the optimum 30-ish psi. So at the moment I'm in 29-ish, and I just heating up my tires, checking where is the wet spots. I have a massive advantage here, because we had lots of stormy races in this track, and I enjoy to drive Spa terrain. And if I need to choose a track when I want to have a rainy condition, it will be Spa or Zandvoort. And if it's Spa, I want to do it with the Lexus, because the Lexus is just a beast in stormy condition or rainy condition. Because this is the last split from the 240-250 people who's entered to this Friday race. We have lots of rookie drivers, so they're definitely not happy to see some rain. And we had lots of consistency issues in this split. When I come in here, you can see even me, I'm still checking what is my braking points, where can I turn. I was missed the apex big time, and because it's rain, the good thing is you can take and rouge, and here you can go a little bit wider, and because they registering for your GT3 car's best lap on the dry track, because I'm not faster than my dry condition, I don't get track warning, so you have a little bit more chance to go super wide in en rouge. And yeah, so I managed to have a race with only one track limit warning, and all of them just no time gain, every other one. So I'm still checking the breakpoints. I'm going a little bit deep here. This can be a good racing line because I'm starting to have a better exit speed. Cornering here is the key. Try to avoid the curbs, because the paint top of the curb blocks, they can just be very slippery. I have a small slide here, so yeah, if you like drifting, rainy condition is amazing. My throttle control is, I watched back my stream, was way different than the dry conditions. I have lots of times when I was between 20 and 80% throttle. I was checking where can I keep the car on the track, so I was hyper focused. I have a very good position. I had a chance to get a good end results, collect lots of points early in the championship. This is the first race, and yeah, I'm P5, and we're doing great. The car feels amazing. I'm super comfortable. I have nothing to worry about, and when we're coming here, I just can realize in this braking point I'm coming much closer to the guys than usual. So they are not that fast, but you can see in the previous curve, when I go in there, the car starts sliding a little bit. This was this small shaky movement left and right. So this time I have the apex, and you can see the Lexus and the Bentley fighting with each other. So in wet rain, in wet track, not the best thing to going too wide early on. And in here, I think they coming a little bit close to each other. I'm messed up, and yeah, you can see we have lots of mistakes, and we just start catching up with the other guys. It's the lap times are 2:32s, 2:35s, and some of the backmarkers are 16 seconds per lap slower, so they're doing like 2:46, 2:48, what I saw on the lap board. So some of the guys are suffering, and the biggest problem is between the quali and the race, for some error from the organizer side. Made the gap between the race and quali to 45 seconds, and usually it's like 4 to 5 minutes. So it's caught us off guard. So even Yoshi doesn't have time to change from quali setup to race setup. Tire pressures, everything was all over the place. So yeah, it was on the easiest condition. But if you see, let's see some action from inside. The car feels okay, and when we have these puddles and they have like standing water in the middle of the road, I just don't have any issues, and I just going full flat out. Now the Lexus made a mistake front of me, and I have very good speed. So yeah, I'm struggling to overtake him, trying to keep behind him, keep himself on a safe distance, and yeah, I'm just trying to stay behind and keep as safe as possible. But when we're coming to bus stop and we're coming to this finish line, I'm very close. I'm like 3 cars closer than the previous lap, and yeah, again, braking point, early braking earlier than the car front of me. The car feels okay. When we're coming down here, you will have a spot when you have water. You can see the splash from the Bentley. But I'm just going with full throttle, no issues. I'm using traction control 7, ABS 5, so the car is the electronics working to keep me straight. And in here, the Bentley made a mistake, and I just find myself in P4. So yeah, the race started amazingly. So P1 is driving a Ferrari. He start using the curb. I think he's using like a dry racing line, and his car is a little bit sliding left and right. Again, he's using too much curb. I don't know if he's overconfident or he just don't have enough experience on dry condition, but P1 made a mistake. So we are like 3 to 5 seconds behind them, and he's going to the grass, wet grass. Don't try to spin the car. So he's spinning again. This is when I'm passing him, so I managed to gain a position, and he will make one more mistake and launch him on. I think he definitely struggling with the tires, and I think he's maybe a little bit overconfident, or using too low to TC. His engine just stopped. So yeah, this Ferrari definitely not the safest in the rain. And there is a Bentley who I just overtook a couple of laps ago. So we have lots of mistakes, but the race is not over. We still have more than 1 hour ahead of us. It's 1 hour 15 minutes race. It's a long race, one mandatory pit. Lots of things can happen. So after 1/3 of the race, I just decided it's the best moment for me to go and do a tire change, because I was fighting with P2 and I'm focusing much more in defending than attacking. So I just want to save myself outside from the trouble. So I just decided, okay, let's go straight to the pit. This time I'm not leaving my turn indicator out. And I'm already fighting with Backmarkers. I'm coming back in P9. So when I came out as P2. The BMW in front of me made a mistake, and I managed to overtake him, but he was fighting back hard. The guy was already a lap behind after 40 minutes, and we have one rookie Porsche driver who made a mistake. So from now on, I'm going to fight back to myself to P3, P2. I want to be on a good position, and now I'm start fighting with Backmarkers. So I'm in P9. The cars ahead me still need to go to the pit, so my tires are way better. I have brand new tires, good grip. Maybe in the first lap I'm still a little bit cold on the rubber. The car feels amazing. I didn't change even a 0.1 psi, no clicks up or down. I was super happy with the car. The only thing what I changed is TC. I went back to TC 7 because when you start using the tire and the car starts sliding, you just a little bit raising the traction control, and you can see again I gained one position because some guy who's already a lap behind made a mistake. We have thousands of mistakes. It's not the easiest condition to drive. Even from other splits, TSC members complained about the condition. So yeah, it's not a beginner friendly condition. And now I'm here, I watch back my stream, and one guy just hitting the pit entry, the Ferrari hitting the other side of the wall. So I'm gaining a position and overtaking two other guys in the pit. So I'm going back to P5, and yeah, the car just feels okay. I think the only thing what I can do now is just lose it by myself if I will be a little bit pushy, and I want to go hard. And yeah, when I start fighting with Backmarkers, I have guys already left behind me. So they made pit, they have new rubber. The tire for them is the same or a little bit older than mine. But the Mercedes made a contact with the wall. And okay, I'm P3 at the moment, so I'm already in a good position. There was another Mercedes who decided to take a shortcut in bus stop. And the orange Mercedes is slower than me, so I'm going back to the racing line. Okay, now I got one backmarker behind me, and I just watch my mirror and I cannot believe what's happening. So he dive bombing P3, and he made a mistake. First the dive bomb, and other he's overshooted. He missed the braking point. He almost killed me. So if I'm not watching the mirror, I will get killed there. And maybe I was a little bit too over-optimistic with my skills, and I have other guys. So P21, P16 and P15 in front of me, and I just have no space, and I made a decision the best place to overtake in the rain is the grass, and that was stupid. I watched some YouTube videos when they said there is an escape route here, so I get a warning for this. This was my only track warning during the race, but I managed to overtake two backmarkers and save myself from a repair. But maybe if I just waiting for like 2 more seconds behind the two Lexuses, I will be much more safer, and I can save myself a code brown moment. But when we posted the video to the channel, the guy just said, oh my god, he didn't know, he didn't leave enough space for me. So I think it's 90% my fault, because why should I overtake people from left side? This is a mistake. What I think it's more on me, because of the lack of confidence and lack of experience when I'm fighting with backmarkers. Usually I'm in a way faster splits when I'm not fighting for the podium. I'm in the splits when I'm fighting for freebies and just don't be lost. But you can see everyone is struggling, and my pace is just in a different level in wet condition. I think in dry we will be very close to each other, at least for 10 people, but in this condition three of us was way faster. And I think that was P3, and he going to the pit, and I getting back my position. And when I coming to this corner, I just checking P2 is coming out from the pit, if I'm not mistaken, and the BMW will be somewhere there, and I just started to send it to get the position, because I came out front of P2, front of P3. No, it's maybe a different lap, but yeah, I starting to fight for position, pushing hard to gain back the position and the time what I lost behind the backmarkers. I have like a free 1 or 2 laps ahead of me, and even crew chief first time ever said I'm setting up the pace. So there was 3 or 5 laps when I was the fastest on the racetrack, and yeah, it felt very interesting to this time fighting for positions and pushing for podium, not just trying to survive. Yeah, that was a good middle part of the stint. Yeah, and as I said, the BMW is coming out from the pit. You can see he's already out of the pit limiter zone, so he's going full speed. I'm pushing hard, a little bit too hard. Luckily I was on the good side of the wall, not inside in the wall, and now I have better speed than the BMW. And coming inside, my rubber is hot, I have good pressure, everything. He's on cold tires, and I managed to overtake him. So I'm P2 right now. And maybe I was a little bit scared he will be super fast for me, and I take in this corner. It's okay, no big issues, and usually I'm shifting up to third gear, and I just kept in second, and I made a mistake. 2 seconds of damage, small clip on the corner, nothing dangerous. Scarf is okay. I'm shifting up to second to don't spin on the grass. I have more than 25 seconds on P4, so yeah, I made a mistake. I lost the position. I was P2 for like half minutes in the race. Back to P3, and I'm just punishing myself to how can I be this stupid to get the position, fight for it, and lose it in the next corner. But yeah, I made mistakes. I admit I still have lots of things to learn in consistency. I was way more consistent than my split, but overall I have like 4.6 seconds up and downs, so I wasn't like 2 seconds consistent like higher split drivers. Maybe because we have lots of slow backmarkers, but I think it's more like me. I was trying to pushing a little bit too hard, and I made mistakes, and I made questionable decisions during the race. My pit time to escape from fight, not defending a full lap against the BMW, I think that was a good decision. Changing tire, not changing pressure, it was also good to try to use a new gearing or shifting place when I was fighting for P2. Yeah, it was a mistake. And again, I managed to stay inside in the lines, and in here, when we drive the 24-hour with the Porsche, I had to lift off. I had to hold the steering wheel to stay steady. With the Lexus, I just don't care, going full sanding. So yeah, the car is just superb in the rain. Yeah, while we are racing with TSC members, we are on the Discord, and I'm telling Yoshi and Comfy, I'm struggling to overtake the backmarkers, and because I'm lack of experience how to take it, I went a little bit wide here because he leave me space. I wasn't sure where can I overtake him, and I misjudged the braking point. I was focusing much more on his positioning and his placement than myself. So in here I'm not sending it at the moment. I'm just coasting behind him. My speed is like 200 kilometers per hour instead of 240 but usually. And there is one McLaren. He see P3 is coming. He just stops in the racing line. I just want to get out from here, and when I'm going super wide, and I just on Twitch, oh please don't hit me. Yeah, I was super cautious to not kill anyone, or even going wide just to don't cause any damage for the backmarkers. This couple of corners cost me 15 seconds of gap to P1 and P2. So P1, P2 was 10 seconds away from me after my mistakes, and again sent it a little bit too wide. I don't get track limit warning again, but yeah, that wasn't the cleanest en rouge. So yeah, I'm still making mistakes, but the race was so far so good. And I was unfortunate enough to finish the race in 1 hour 15 minutes. We had to do one extra lap. I'm catching up with lots of backmarkers. We have the Porsche who managed to climb up to P12, so it's definitely a good for him. I just want to say amazing job. He struggled in front of me, he made some mistakes, but P12 in the rain with the Porsche, I did it in in other races. It's amazing skill, and yeah, he did great. So I have 3 cards front of me: P16, P17 and P18, and I'm P3, so they are on their blue flag. The distance between me and the Mercedes is less than 1 second, so he's getting lots of blues, and I just don't want to push it hard. I don't want to be that guy for the last lap. I take it away the chance from the Mercedes to fight for the position. So I'm at the moment I'm chilling. I'm almost 1 lap ahead of P4. So the Bentley made some mistakes behind me, so I'm cool. I don't need to fight. I think the Mercedes here tried to let me pass. He's going super wide. Maybe he's a little bit waiting me to push it, and after he's fighting back or waiting the opportunity to, I'm slowing down the 2 guys front of him. But no, at the moment I just don't want to force them to make a mistake. And in here I believe he giving me a space, but no, he's just crossing the line in front of me. It's going super wide. I think he has some issues, and he's going super wide again. I don't know what's going on. And if you see in front of them, there is P16, P17 just made a contact, and P18 made a contact, going a little bit different racing line than usual, and he managed to cross the line as P16, P17 behind me. So I crossing the line as P3, first podium for me for any kind of leagues, and this is the moment when I'm just want to shout out for the Honda. So if you see, they're coming to bus stop. The Honda misjudged the braking point. The Lexus stopped, and the Honda just staying there. Want to give back the position, don't want to take this. A Mercedes just don't care, and our Honda driver just standing there being amazing. Let me pass because we have nothing to do, and he's staying there until the Lexus taking back the position. So this is sportsmanship from the highest level. He did amazing. I need to shout out for him, because what he did is just amazing. And when we jump into the Mercedes, so if you can see, as I said, he had issues. So our Mercedes steering wheel is a little bit broken, and when he's going here, just going left and right, I think he's praying to, oh, just couple of more corners. I didn't know his damage from the back is not visible, and in here he just trying to jump over, and if the Lexus is not there, he's going straight to the barrier, and maybe he cannot finish the race. And he just, yeah, I just want to go away from here, and he just crossing the line, going to the end of this section, and just teleporting back to the pit. But to check again here, so we are outside. The guy, just check, he's coming straight to this section. He not even has any chance to take this corner when he jumping over the sausage curb. He's already a little bit in the air when it's happening, and he just like a ramming boat. Hi, let me come. And the good thing what the Lexus did with him, oh, you misjudged the angle where you need to go. No worries, let me help you. So the Lexus just make him a favor. Yeah, you need to go that way, and the Mercedes just take the moment. And again, we have our Honda driver who just, even here when he misjudged this braking point, he is just showing superior sportsmanship. He knows it's made the mistakes, 1 hour 15 minutes in the rain. Yeah, he don't want to get a position for this. And from now on, this is not his fault. From here, this is the Mercedes. This is on the Mercedes, and our Honda just said, okay, I don't want to get this position. So yeah, he did amazing. So with this last moment, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being amazing and awesome. Stay safe, stay cool, and yeah, see you next time.